referred to myself as a connoisseur of death in The Sims 4. There are a lot of different death types in this game, and I'd like to consider myself an expert, but I'm a little ashamed to admit that there are a few deaths that I personally have never achieved in my own game. I was starting some prep work for a tier ranking of all of the deaths in The Sims 4, and I discovered a couple of deaths that I didn't even realize existed. So in this video, we're gonna try to go through a few of those rarer deaths for The Sims 4 and try to experience the ones that I personally have not done. I actually started making a spreadsheet of all the different death types, so you'll have to let me know if I'm missing any on here. I've got 42 on my list, and these ones that I've highlighted in yellow are what I want to try to do today. The first is a rocket ship crash, and this isn't necessarily a specific death type. There's not like a new animation, but I think if your rocket ship crashes, your sim can catch on fire and they can die from that. Well, I've never actually had a rocket ship crash like that before, so I think I'd like to start there. And then next, there's a Beetlejuice death from Eco Lifestyle, and that's the one that I didn't realize existed. I knew about death by flies from Eco Lifestyle, but apparently if you have level 10 mixology skill and you drink Beetlejuice 3 times in a row, your sim just turns into a ghost. There's not a death animation. The Grim Reaper doesn't even come for that, but I've never seen it, so I want to try to do that. There's 2 deaths in high school years that I have never managed to have happen to me. They're from the Stink Capsule and the Urban Myth. I feel like they're pretty rare, but also maybe I've been unlucky because I literally tried when the pack came out and I never got it done. And frankly, I don't normally try to kill teenagers, so I've never really had that happen in my game. This one's kind of scary, but there's also a death scent. Basically, you can add a death flower to a flower arrangement from Seasons, and if a sim sniffs it, it'll age them up. And the problem for elders is that they cannot age up, so if they sniff it, they'll instantly die. And lastly, the wishing well can kill you. If you wish for immortality, it might turn you into a ghost. I have never had that happen, so I want to try and mess around with that as well. You might be sensing kind of a theme here. A lot of these deaths that I haven't done aren't really necessarily proper deaths in the game, so I think that's why I haven't seen them. And there are a couple of other really rare deaths on this list. Things like falling off the mountain in Snowy Escape, being attacked and killed by the mother plant from Strangerville, even dying from like the rat disease in My First Pet Stuff is pretty rare. So if you like this video, let me know if we should do it again and test out some more of the other rare deaths in the game. Because let's be real, we've all drowned sims and starved them and had them die in fires, but it's rare that we try out some of these other ones, and there are quite a few interesting ways to eliminate a sim in this game. Also, today is my birthday, and this is how I have chosen to celebrate it. I think we should start by getting rid of Eliza Pancakes, because she kind of looks like me to the point where it freaks me out, so she dies first. And we're gonna start this with the rocket ship death. I actually don't know if I can fit a rocket ship back here. I hope I can. It looks kind of appropriately rocket sized. Yeah, there you go. Let me actually show you a little tip for this, because you can cheat the rocket ship to be built. You can shift click and then build the rocket with debug. And then as far as I'm aware, I think if you put fruit in the rocket, you can basically sabotage it for the next person who uses it. So let me give Bob some fruit seeds. And I haven't actually looked this up, I'm just guessing, but I assume that you need the mischief skill for it. I don't know what level mischief though, so I'm gonna go through and check every single one of them. Okay, look at this, stuff fruit and exhaust port. So I guess we'll just add some things in here. It actually takes kind of a while to sabotage it. I guess that makes sense. If you're gonna try and murder somebody, it shouldn't be easy. I'm also gonna make Eliza kind of uncomfortable, and then I'll have her go and explore space. So hopefully the combo of her being in a bad mood and also the stabilizers being sabotaged will work together in our favor. In our favor, not in her favor. Grasping the pipe tighter, Eliza crashes through the whole door and swings wildly. Just then, something soft and squishy thumps onto her back and a tentacle threads around her neck. Don't move, a small voice whispers. Everything goes black. Eliza faints, which is technically moving. Oh dear. Eliza's head hurts, and when she tries to move, she realizes that she's handcuffed to her pilot seat. A sharp, cold object is poking her back. Take me home, a voice stammers. It's oddly deep, and Eliza realizes it's a juvenile voice trying to sound older. Does she comply or try to reason with the juvenile? Reason. Free of handcuffs, Eliza sizes up the creature she'd bought as taxidermy. It's just a stupid juvenile that was dared by its brother to pretend. What is wrong with you? She kidnapped an alien? I was hoping it would try and kill me. Did I just just return home like safely? Oh, not safely, not safely. How did you live through that? Are you serious? I have to start over. Oh my God, Bob, let's go. I was hoping she would die first try. He's sabotaging the other side this time, which is kind of interesting. Eliza is also dazed from her crash landing. Let's see how it goes this time. Mayday, mayday, good. All right, here we go. I'm expecting a crash. Yes! No, she lived. It's so annoying. Don't build it, you're fine. Bob's gotta sabotage this real quick. I guess it has to be kind of rare, otherwise then it's murder, and I think that's not T for teen. But it is sad, because I want it to work now. He just farted while he's doing this. At least she has a relatively low skill. I feel like the combo of her having a low skill and being uncomfortable should be good. I'm also kind of just clicking random stuff. I feel like it shouldn't actually matter what I click, right? I think it's just random. Here we go, I think she's about to land. Oh! Yikes. Why did that one feel darker this time? How is she still alive? How? This is like a cruel joke. What do you think happens if she passes out at the wheel? Like, what if she passes out while she's up there? That's gotta be good, right? The asteroid smashes into the ship. Oh, that's a good sign. Return home. Ooh, still alive, and I'm too uncomfortable to rebuild the rocket. I just got money. That's not helpful. I'm trying to die. And I'm gonna start running out of tomatoes to stuff in here. I only have so many. Oh, that was like insta. Whoa, she crashed like immediately. I didn't even have any chance to go up. Wow. Well, I was just looking it up and some people on Reddit were talking about how this happened to them by accident, like as a surprise years ago, and they've never used the rocket ship since. They got like traumatized by the rocket ship killing their sim. I've never had it happen to me. I'm kind of jealous. That would be so chaotic if you're just trying to play like the not so berry challenge and then your sim dies. Oh, again, look, it's like insta crashing. Wow, it goes up straight away and then instantly dies. Oh my God. I guess the rocket's probably kind of faulty at this point. Like, there's no way it's functional anymore. Again, instantaneous. Okay. I wonder if that's because I'm cheating to rebuild it. Oh. How? Why is she not dead? I don't understand. I've crashed it like 10 times. I just accepted a phone call from like a mysterious admirer, and now this is happening. I don't want her to be flirty. Okay, I did some more research, and I think that this rocket ship death might be a myth. Not to be confused with the urban myth that is a myth and a death. This one I think just isn't true. I've always heard people talk about this, and I've heard people say like, oh yeah, my sim died in the rocket ship. And it's really confusing because there are guides out there for The Sims 4 that list rocket ship death as a potential death in the base game. But again, like I mentioned earlier, the death would never be like from the rocket ship killing you, it would be from the fire. So you just have to have your sim catch on fire and then not put it out for them to die. Except I don't think that they're actually on fire after they crash, and I don't think they ever could actually be on fire after they crash. There is a brief moment of fire VFX, so they will like pad out fire on themselves, but they're not actually on fire in the game. Because normally you would have to extinguish yourself or like go into a shower to put the fire out. That's never an option after the rocket ship crash. So I think the worst that can happen if you crash your rocket ship is just having to rebuild the rocket ship. I don't think anybody can actually die from it. So that would explain why it's never happened to me. Granted, this forum post is from 2016, but SimGuru Nick even said, nothing ever changed, death by rocket ship has never existed in this game. And this is on a bug report post where they're trying to discuss whether or not it's broken. And he's like, look, it's not broken, it just wasn't ever a thing. So I guess this rocket ship death is a bust, but also that means that my Connoisseur of Death title still remains because this one wasn't even real. So I had never seen it because it wasn't real, not because I was bad. And now I'm mad at these two, so I'm gonna keep trying to kill Eliza. I've got another option. If you have level 10 mixology, that's when you can make the beetle juice. Now this death is probably the most concerning to me because this is the one that I never even knew was a thing. I don't know if I need any bugs or not, but I'll get some just in case. Let's farm some beetles, shall we? And this one is supposed to be a little nod to Beetlejuice, and apparently it's achieved by drinking Beetlejuice 3 times in a row. So to make the Beetlejuice, you need to have level 10 mixology skill and also have the beetle nugget, so we have to harvest from the bugs. This might be a good time for you two to sleep, actually, because I have not really been taking care of your needs for days. You cannot do this while a vampire is breaking it? Are you kidding me? I don't want to deal with this right now. First of all, no one can even die from this, Vlad. Oh my god. Well, that's gross. Eliza's really been having a rough couple of days. First, she got smushed by a rocket ship like 20 times, and now this happened. All right, let's collect some beetle nuggets, shall we? That is a really disgusting thought, I'm not gonna lie. The phrasing nuggets is like so upsetting. I want to check real quick also if we can get these from debug. This feels like an important thing to know for science, of course. Oh, and you can. All right, so it's pretty easy to get them if you need them. And now we have to make drinks 3 times. So I'm gonna make 3 of these beetle juices. I think probably the best way to do this is to make the 3 of them and let them sit there. Ew, he's farting again. And then have the sim drink them 3 times in a row, really quickly, quick succession. Because if you don't drink them fast enough, I don't think they'll die. Oh, I got the wrong kind of beetle nuggets. Oops. Don't worry, we've got those too. All is well. It's kind of cute. I mean, the texture is terrible. The beetles look terrible. We've officially got 3 of them. They also can be sold for like 180 simoleons each. That's pretty good. All right, Eliza, come here, sweetie. We're gonna come drink some beetle juice. Can you change into your regular clothes? Just for the vibes. Okay, she's drinking 1. I think I'll probably queue up all 3 of them at once. Oh, wow. She's got them both in both hands. She's double fisting the drinks. Oh, she finished 1. No, drink the next one. So she has to have this dazed moodlet, feeling strange and unusual from drinking beetle juices. And then after she finishes this last one, then she will die. I think that's the key. You have to have the moodlet still in order to trigger the death. Oh my God, look. Wow, and it just turned me into a ghost instantaneously. So we knew that. It doesn't cause the Grim Reaper to come or anything. It just turns you into a ghost. And now I have death by beetle. Death came for Eliza in the form of a well-mixed bug drink. Wow. Does my ghost have anything special? Do I have like beetles in me or anything? I don't think so. I liked that animation. That was pretty cool. Honestly, I never knew that was a thing. That is my first time even hearing about this. That is really cool. I guess it's kind of hard to achieve because you have to max the mixology skill, but if you've got any enemies, that's one way to get rid of them. And they're not dead, they just turn into a ghost. All right, well, let's go on to the next death. I'm gonna skip ahead on our list because I wanna go try the death scent one. We need an elder for this, so unfortunately, I'm gonna pop into the Spencer Kim Lewis house. These sims actually have a kind of cute little garden area back here, so it's not even that weird to try and do some flower arranging. So you're gonna wanna get this violets are blue flower arranging table from Seasons. I think I'll have Alice come practice a little bit. What are you wearing? I can't support you. You can't wear that. You also need a pretty high skill so that you can add scents to different arrangements. And most importantly, you're gonna want a death flower. Now, you can get these a few different ways. Obviously, you can make them. Sometimes you can buy them in Realm of Magic. But if you're trying to do it quick, people upload stuff like this to the gallery all the time. So it's pretty easy to get your hands on them. You can even get like ambrosia and stuff this way really easily. Oh dear, they're out of season. Well, that'll do it. Let me put it inside. You can get fully grown cow plants that way. I'm telling you this for science because I know you might need to know. It just put in my inventory. That's whatever. We all know that gardening is kind of glitchy in this game, okay? No one's surprised. I'll just hold on to those for a second. Can you not finish this? What? Is this glitching too? You actually can't be serious. Come stand here. Okay, scrap it. We'll start over. Let's make a daisy. A funerary alabaster. Yes, let's try that one. That feels appropriate for what we're trying to do here. Okay, so then, because I have the flower, I can scent it with the rare flower, and we'll just pick one of our death flowers to scent it with. It kind of makes it look creepy. It has like an aura of scariness. I might also get a nice vase. Let's put a black vase on there. Ooh, that looks good. Okay. And I think now we just need someone to come view it, and I'm pretty sure that will be the cause of our demise. I do feel a bit bad about this because I kind of like Vivian, but it has to be done. Scent death. Oh my God. Oh, I'm silly. It's not viewing it. I have to gift it to her. Okay. Friendly, affection, gift, give flower arrangement gift, funerary alabaster. That's how we do it. So then she gives her this beautiful flower arrangement. Vivian loves it. Oh, she doesn't like it. Thumbs down. And unfortunately, Vivian is dying from the gift of a death flower. Oh, she's checking her pulse. Yikes. Wow. Oh, she still has it in her inventory. I'm gonna take that back real quick. It's just a normal death. The Grim Reaper's gonna come for it now. I wanted to show you real quick what happens if you do it to a sim who's not an elder, because it only kills elders. If they're not an elder, it just causes them to age up. So if I have her give it to Eric instead, he won't die, but he will age up from it. Oh, bye, Vivian. So he's an adult right now, and it's turned him into an elder. Oh, he was a young adult, and it turned him into an adult. But you know what I mean. So if you wanted to kill someone with that, you might have to give them like 3 of them, unless they're already an elder, in which case it's pretty easy to do. Some things to know is that it's really hard to get a death flower, and you also need to be flower arranging level 9 to add scents to things. So it'll take you some time to get there, but it's kind of a fun thing to work towards. perfect. And that was actually really easy to do. I think that's the most outright murder that you can do in The Sims, because most of the other deaths are kind of accidental and they can't really be caused by another Sim so directly. But with this one, you can literally hand them a death flower and they instantly die. That's murder. That's really bad. Well, let's switch gears a little bit and we're gonna go test out the 2 high school years deaths now. These are the urban myth death, which is kind of based on the Bloody Mary urban myth in real life, and also the stink capsule death. And the stink capsule one is caused when the stink capsule backfires. I am unfortunately gonna do the first one to Cassandra Goth. I actually like Cassie, so I do feel bad about this, but it's for science, so it must be done. So to unlock the urban myth, you first have to have level 8 mischief skill. And then once you start doing pranks, you can try to summon the urban myth. We need to do this multiple times for it to happen to us. So the first time we're gonna do it, and it's gonna scare the other Sim. So he got a little bit freaked out. Mortimer likes pranks, okay. The second time you do it, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to scare me. So hopefully we react. Oh, no, it didn't work. Okay. Well, maybe I just have to do this until I get scared. Not right now. Bella's trying to go on a date with Mortimer. Go away. I wonder what would happen if I had him summon it, because he's scared. So I wonder if I had Morty do it, if he would die first instead. Because I'd rather Mortimer die than Cassandra. And I actually don't know if adults can even die. Oh, look, he can't summon it. You have to be a teen. Well, that's annoying. Oh, she got scared. She got scared. She got scared. Okay, so she's afraid. Is the myth real? At first, it was just a prank to frighten others, but Cassandra noticed just a hint of truth behind that encounter. Could the myths be real? Okay, so I think if she does it again while she is scared, she'll die. Let me save the game just in case. If so, this is pretty easy to do. You have to have a high mischief skill, and it can be kind of hard to get your skill that high as a teen, especially for me because I usually play on short lifespan. All right, I'm summoning the urban myth a final time. Hopefully it works. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Wait. Wait. This is kind of creepy. Cassie! Oh my god, Cassandra is dying of urban myth. What kind of horrors did Cassandra witness before it consumed her? That was actually creepy, and it played creepy music too. Oh my god. I don't think I'll ever do that again. I don't like killing the teenagers. It's fine to me when they're adults, but I'm not really interested in killing my Sims teens, especially for these teen-only deaths. I don't know. I don't know, it's too much for me. Oh, it like glitched and just disappeared. She didn't even get a reaping. I think it's because she was partially off the lot. Wow, well, may she rest in peace, I guess. We gotta go do the last one now. I feel bad just ditching her, but the final one's harder. This last one is death by stink capsule, and you also need the mischief skill for this one, but only level 3. I'm gonna do it with Malcolm Landgrab, I think. But basically, you have to go to active school and prank one of the lockers with a stink capsule, and there's a chance of it backfiring and failing. And if you do it again after it failed once, that will kill you. I'm gonna see if we can do it at home. I don't think you can do it in lockers that aren't at the school, but if we can just do it on this lot, that would be a lot easier. I really wish they would give real outfits to these townies. Oh, he already has Mischief 3. Oh my god. Malcolm by default does. That makes this easier. I didn't even have to cheat. Well, I'm off to Copperdale because I have some pranking to do. Okay, look, so I can plant stink capsules in these 2 wide lockers. I think that's why it didn't work at home, because they were the 3 wide ones. It has to be the 2 wide ones. Okay, so I just have to do it until it backfires on me. I guess I'll go through and do it to like every single locker in the entire place. Some of these aren't even real lockers. And you know, I tried this a bunch when we first got high school years, but I was doing it in early access before there were like guides or information on it. So I didn't know how it worked back then. So maybe that's why it didn't work for me. It's just because I didn't have any information about how you had to summon it. That's what makes the early access so hard, is I'm trying to make this comprehensive review guide, but like sometimes I need help finding this stuff too. Okay, I've done a lot of these and it hasn't backfired on me once. We have to get a moodlet that says we've been self-stinked. That's step 1. Maybe if we're in a bad mood, it'll be easier for it to achieve. I'm stinky. Oh, that worked. So we've been self-stinked from stink prank. Few prank backfires can be as disgusting as the lingering smell of defeat from a stink capsule. Okay, so now if it backfires again, he dies. So I've placed a bunch more lockers for us. I'll have him plant some more stink capsules. I was kind of picturing myself doing this tomorrow at school. I wasn't really planning on just doing this at, oh, that backfired. Is he gonna die? No. Okay, so maybe you have to get extra unlucky because I got self-stinked twice and I'm not dead. Oh, never mind. It appears I am dead. Oh my god. Okay, I got self-stinked 3 times and I died, is how it worked. Malcolm knew the risks of being a prankster, but he still never expected to go out this way. Engulfed by the stink, he accepts the smelly fate of dying from a stink capsule. Okay, that actually wasn't that hard to achieve either. That one's pretty easy. So I guess that's something to watch out for. If you're trying to be a prankster in school, don't be a prankster when you're already self-pranked. You can just wait till the moodlet runs out and it should be fine. A lot of the deaths in this game are tied to like the existence of a current moodlet. Sort of like if you want to die from a cow plant, you have to eat the cow plant cake twice, and they have to have the cow plant cake moodlet still to die after they eat the second time. So just be careful. Be careful if you're trying to prank people. Oh, it made me reload. I feel guilty now. I didn't feel guilty about Eliza, but she got the easiest death because it wasn't even really one. She's still around, she just got turned into a ghost. I killed a bunch of innocent people. Oh, the Landgrabs adopted a child called Kelly in this save. Interesting. Well, rip Malcolm, I guess. We have one more death that I wanted to test out together, and that's the wishing well death. I actually kind of feel like Nancy Landgrab is a good option for that, because if anybody's gonna be creepy and like wishing for immortality, it'd be her. Okay, so the wishing well is also one of those ones that's not really an outright death in itself. This is the wishing well for romantic garden stuff, and there's a few different types of outcomes for every single one of the wishes. There's like extreme good all the way down to extreme bad. I'll show you the wiki for this actually. So for example, there's an overwhelmingly positive option and then a death option for every single wish. If you wish for simoleons and it goes really bad, they'll take money away from you and then also set your sim on fire. So there's a chance of you dying from the fire, but you can put it out. If you wish for happiness, you might get really unlucky and get a dangerously playful moodlet, and that can make your sim potentially die of laughter. They might not, it's just a possibility. What we're trying to achieve is this youthful vigor wish gone wrong, because if you wish for youthful vigor and the thing is mad, it'll transform your sim into a ghost with a random death trait. So they won't be dead because they'll still be playable in your household, but you'll have a ghost in your household. And that's what we want. We want to kill Nancy. So I'm gonna have her make some wishes. Uh-oh, it's happy. That's bad news. Here, wish for youthful vigor, just as an example. Oh dear. The tendrils of energy flow from the wishing well and surge through Nancy's body, so she just got an energized moodlet. That, with the hood over his head, is a bad sign. Do you think if I have him wish for youthful vigor, it'll have him die while the thing is upset? Oh dear. Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad sign. I kind of feel guilty about this because that was really easy, like unnecessarily easy. Look at that. As a ghost, Jeffrey can stay his current age forever and ever and ever. This is what he wished for, yes? Wait, he's unhappy with the outcome? Perhaps the wishing well can help with that. Perpetual youth for making a wish. As a ghost, Jeffrey can stay his age. And then look at this, it gave me a random death as my trait because all the ghosts have a death by trait. So apparently Jeffrey died by overheating. But now that he's a ghost, he can wish to come back alive if he wants to. I thought that was gonna take me longer to achieve, I'm not gonna lie. I sort of expected it to take me a while, so I'm a little bit surprised that it didn't. But you can kind of see what I mean by it not being really a death, because we didn't get a grave or anything. And that's kind of why I don't usually try to deal with this. Oh, my boss is calling. I can't come into work, I'm dead. But I'm more of a grave collector, one might say. So my preference are deaths that actually give me a headstone. But look at this, see, now I can wish for life because I'm a ghost. Oh. Oh, it worked. Oh, that was lucky. Sometimes it doesn't. 2 arms, check. 2 legs, check. Can't walk through walls, check. Not only has Jeffrey returned to the living, but he's formed a pact with the Reaper, granting instant resurrection in case of any unexpected death. Jeffrey can sleep soundly knowing he'll live out a long, full life until passing away at a ripe old age. Wait, really? Hold on, I wanna see that. I'm trying to starve him. Grim, you better not be lying to me. I need to know, again, for science. Oh look, he did instantly resurrect me. Oh, I didn't even have to ask. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. Well, I've learned some things today. This has been really fun. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different for me, just trying to achieve a series of, well, I guess maybe not. Me just trying to achieve a series of deaths on The Sims is probably not that different for me. But it was a good time, and I feel like I actually learned some things about how these deaths work. Let me know if you liked this video, because I might do it again with a handful of others. I'm thinking death by flies is like a #1 that I want to see, and also the night wraith stuff, because I've never seen that either. All of this because we're trying to prepare for our ultimate death tier list. And by the way, thank you for being nice to me and letting me celebrate my birthday this way. This was truly a blast, and thank you for all your birthday wishes. But I think on that note, I'm gonna end this one right here, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody.